Alright, in this video we're going to be using the Epic Baits mold made with marlin baits to try to mimic a bass. And we're going to do that with remelts, some of these kind of smoke clear worms, some white belly, some random just all kinds of stuff in there, but we're going to turn that into a green for the body, and still in there, some black for the lateral line. And we're going to do we're gonna show you a couple techniques with the black to make a pretty straight lines and clean lines, and have a pretty good looking swim bait that looks like a bass. So first thing we're gonna do is start with these. Throw them in here. Throw them in a little jar. Where's my scissors at? There they are. Come in with the scissors. Get them cut up pretty small. Helps with the melting. Couple of drips of heat stabilizer in there. Helps out. We'll heat that up. Alright, let's check on this. Smoky clear stuff. Alright, not completely melted, but pretty close. I'll be ready on the next one. Alright, should be ready by now. Ooh, yeah. That is hot. Pretty bubbly. Alright, so the goal on this part, I'm going to try to get the thinnest layer of this plastic on here as possible so that it's very easy to see through. That's one thing when you're re-melting plastics. See-through, anything that's pretty see-through is very valuable, because most of the time when you remelt stuff that ends up being pretty opaque, it's hard to see anything behind the color. It's even hard to see the flake a lot of times. Nice thin layer there. Good. Do this one. Right. I like that it just has the slightest little bit of green tint. I think that'll be good. So now we will take our black, heat that up, and we will use that to make the little line, and we will do black on the tail, but that will be later on. So we'll start this here. Alright, take the black out. Black melts fairly quickly. Alright, so now we are just going to take this black and pour a line here and a line here. And I'll let those cool down for a second. Alright, seems to be cooled off enough now that I can work with it. So now we're going to be cutting our line that the bass has running through the middle of it. Oh. I need a different blade. This one's not very... This one's not working. Let's try this guy. It's better. So I'll cut this, and then we'll lay this on the middle of the fish. All right, I have finished cutting the lateral lines. So now the next step is to lay them in the mold. Start with this one. And in this mold, we're going to have to cut them along each little, because there's 3 pieces. So we'll take this. Cut that. Take this one. Not too wide on the end. Pull it right there. You know what? I think on the last one we'll leave it just the green. All right. Now, the skin that we poured should hold on to this black pretty well so that we don't have any issues with it falling when we go to put these two together, so that we can pour the rest of our mold. Let's see if that's the case. Oh yeah, so it works. And so now we will heat up the white. All right, let's check on the white. Ooh. The glass is sure hot. Yeah, it's ready to go. So, give it a little stir. Another stir stick here. Actually, now that I'm stirring it, I think it might need another 30 seconds in the microwave. Let's do that. Now, yeah, that's more workable. All right. And we're just gonna try to get the belly. A little bit of this one, and that's probably good. All right. All that just for a little bit of white. Now, I'm gonna heat up this junk, all this stuff in here, and add some green dye to it, I think, to make it a little bit more green. Maybe a little bit of chartreuse flake, and we'll use that as the body. All right, so I got the green here, and or what's going to be the green, the body of the bait. Got this green dye. What is it? MF plastic color. Drop some in there. Give her a stir. Oh yeah, that's very green now. Alright, it's gonna need a little bit more time in the microwave, but I like that color. Actually, let's add some of this chartreuse flake. This stuff, I've just been a sucker for this stuff lately. It shows up really well. I like the color. It says chartreuse, but it comes out pretty gold. Barlow's Tackle. Been getting a lot of stuff from them lately. They ship pretty quickly. I like it. All right. Put this back in here. I got the black that I was heating up there too, because I got to do the tail black. They're pretty similar, so let's put them both back in at the same time. I think that they should both be done around the same time, so we'll microwave both of them. All right, let's check on them. There's the black. There's the green. Green looks good. And black looks pretty thin. That's good. So we're gonna take first, take this mold and tilt it. Keep the plastic in the back. Give this thing a black pale. A little bit of overspill there, but that'll be all right. Let that cool down for a second. Make sure this green is nice and stirred up. And probably pop it back in for another 30 seconds to keep it nice and hot. And in 30 seconds, that black hopefully will be set up enough that we could take this mold and set it back level without it starting to run. Alright, take the green out. That'd be very hot by now. See if the black is set up. Perfect. Good. Now, one more stir. Make sure everything, all the flake is evenly distributed throughout the plastic. Now, grab this bad boy. There's a chunk of something in there. Hopefully it doesn't really show up. Usually little chunks like that don't really make a big difference. All right. Now, the next step, which is a pretty important step with this many layers going on. We have a lot going on. We need to torch this mofo. So, well, I'll have to find a lighter first. All right, found one. So now, I'm gonna heat this aluminum mold up and set our layers. That's better. Now, we'll heat this thing up, set all our colors together, and hope that it comes out looking like a bass. Because I really put a lot of time into this thing. So I hope it looks a little bit like what I want it to look like. All right, so it got pretty hot, and as you can see, some of that skin mold is starting to come up and get on top of the green. I hope that I'm not mixing the colors up too much. We'll see when we pull this out. See how clean the lines are, and see if maybe I got it too hot. I don't know. All right. All right, it's cooled down enough now. Oh, first, so you can see have some pitting right here and right there. I would fix it with my heat gun, but my heat gun took a dump on me. And the torch that I have, I don't want to spend that much time trying to redo the whole thing. And when I put the torch right on it, it's pretty, it seems to burn it. So, but if you have a heat gun, you can get the top really hot and it gets rid of that. I'm not going to do that this time, but here's the reveal. Wow. It's the first. Oh, this must be all this flashing. It's holding it together. Yeah, that's another part. Heating it up a lot. You get a lot of flashing. It's because I overheated it, I believe. All right. So, it did come out. Get rid of that. Pretty baby bass looking, but you can see I did overheat the black line. And it rose up above the white right here. So, it's something to look out for. Overheating your mold will distort your lines for sure. But I think it's still a pretty nice little baby bass. Got a good little line running through the middle. Got a white belly. Now, put an eye on it. And what I use are these things, because you can buy eyes like this that come like in a 20 pack. Quite a bit more expensive, you know, it's a couple bucks, $3 or so, $2-3 for like one of these. Just that. You can go to the dang dollar store and buy this for $1. Maybe multiple sheets of these, I don't even know. And some super glue. Got yourself some eyes. So we're gonna go with some greens. And there you go. Now we can add this to the collection. Got a peacock bass I made for fun. This was the first attempt at a brook trout. I don't think, well yeah, let's get some better lighting on. I don't think it looks very brook trouty. This was the second attempt at a brook trout. Looks pretty good. I think. I like that one. This is the third attempt, which I didn't put as much work into on the third attempt, but I have it on video. I'll probably put that video at the end of this, kind of at quick speed, but to show you some of the techniques that I used to do the dotting for a brook trout color. And this one, the reason that this one turned out so much better is because I did the skin pour technique that I did on this video, And on this one, I just went with one solid color, so you could see it's pretty solid. And this one, it's pretty light, and then a darker color on the top. So, and it has a little bit of a fade. I don't know if you can see it in this camera, but there's a little bit of a fade from a darker green on top to a lighter green on the bottom. But that one looks pretty good. And then now I got my bass. So cool. Thanks for watching my video, especially if you made it this far. And I will post another one soon. Thanks.